Greetings, financial warriors. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Academy with George. Today, we're diving into a topic that can revolutionize your financial life: crafting a bulletproof budget. If you're new here and eager to master your money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more empowering financial insights. Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Great. Stick around to discover the transformative power of a well-crafted budget. First things first, to craft a budget, you need to understand your financial landscape. It's like mapping out a journey. You can't plot a course if you don't know where you're starting from. So let's begin by deciphering your after-tax income. This is the real amount you take home, not your gross income before taxes. It's the money you actually have to play with. Next, let's categorize your expenses. They come in all shapes and sizes, from the regular monthly bills, like rent and utilities, to the less predictable ones, like car repairs or medical expenses. Not to mention the fun stuff, like dining out, hobbies, and vacations. Every dollar has a destination. Now, if this sounds like a lot to keep track of, don't worry. There's a tool that can help you with this. It's called Mint. Mint is like your very own financial assistant. It effortlessly tracks your income and expenses, categorizing them for you. It's a game changer, making it easy to see where your money is going and where you might need to make adjustments. Remember, knowledge is power. The clearer your understanding of your financial landscape, the better your budget will be. It equips you to make informed decisions, helping you to live within your means and still reach your financial goals. By clearly understanding your financial landscape, you set a firm foundation for your budget. With a clear financial picture, you can now set achievable financial goals. What are these, you ask? Well, they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We call them SMART goals. Let's take an example. Say, you want to save for a new car. Instead of vaguely deciding to save, make it a SMART goal. Determine the exact amount you need, let's say $5,000. Calculate how much you can realistically put aside each month. Let's say it's $200. Now you know it'll take you about 25 months to reach your goal. That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It doesn't stop there, though. You'll want to keep your goal in mind as you navigate your financial journey. Adjust your budget, cut unnecessary expenses, or find ways to increase your income to reach your goal faster. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Now that we have our goals, it's time to craft our budget. How do we go about this? An effective strategy is the 50-30-20 rule. This means we allocate 50% of our income to our needs, 30% to our wants, and 20% to our savings or debt repayments. Let's break this down. Needs are the essential expenses that we can't avoid. These include rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, insurance, and transportation. Wants, on the other hand, are the nice-to-haves, but not essential. Think of your Netflix subscription, weekend outings, or that designer handbag you've been eyeing. Lastly, savings or debt repayments. This is where we secure our future and pay off our past. Whether it's saving for retirement, building an emergency fund, or paying down credit card debt, this 20% is your path to financial freedom. But remember, this is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's a guideline that you can tweak to fit your unique financial situation and goals. For instance, if you're aggressively saving for a deposit on a house, you might choose to allocate more than 20% to savings. Or, if you're dealing with high-interest debt, you might want to focus more on debt repayment. This is where you need a budget, or YNAB, comes into play. It's a budgeting tool that emphasizes goal-oriented budget allocation. With YNAB, you can customize your budget categories to align with your financial goals. It allows you to see where your money is going and how it's helping you reach your goals. But remember, a budget is not a set-and-forget kind of thing. It's a living, breathing entity that evolves with your life and financial situation. It needs regular tweaking and adjustment, which we'll delve into in our next scene. In the end, a well-crafted budget is not about restriction. It's about empowering you to make informed decisions about your money. It's about understanding the trade-offs and making choices that bring you closer to your goals. A well-crafted budget is your ticket to financial freedom. A budget isn't set in stone. It requires regular monitoring and adjustment. Just like our lives change, so too should our budgets. This flexibility is key to staying on top of your financial game. Think of your budget as a living entity that evolves with you. Maybe you've started a new job with a higher income, or perhaps you've welcomed a new member into your family. These life changes should be reflected in your budget. Now, let's talk about a great tool that can help you with this. Pocket Guard. Pocket Guard is a handy app that not only tracks your spending, but also alerts you before you overspend. It's like having a personal financial advisor in your pocket. This tool can help you stay on track and make necessary adjustments to your budget in real time. Remember, the journey to financial freedom isn't a one-time sprint. It's a continuous marathon that requires regular checks and balances. Remember, a budget is a living entity that grows and adjusts with you. Reducing expenses is crucial for a successful budget. Let's dive into some strategies to help make your dollar stretch even further. Firstly, consider renegotiating your bills. Contact your service providers and see if there's room for negotiation. You'd be surprised how often a quick call or email can lead to a reduced rate. Next, let's talk about subscriptions. Do you have any that you're not fully utilizing? Maybe it's that gym membership you've not used in months or the streaming service you rarely watch. Cutting these unnecessary expenses can free up a significant amount of money over time. Now onto mindful spending. This isn't about depriving yourself, but rather about making thoughtful decisions with your money. Before making a purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this? Often we buy things out of habit or impulse, rather than necessity. Another tip is to plan your meals and shop with a list. This prevents impulse buys and helps to reduce food waste, saving you money and helping the environment. Lastly, consider your transportation costs. Could you walk or bike to work a few days a week, or carpool with a colleague? These small changes can add up to big savings. Remember, the goal here isn't to live a life of deprivation, but to make conscious choices that align with your financial goals. Every dollar saved is a dollar earned. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should account for that. One of the most crucial aspects of a solid financial plan is an emergency fund. This is a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. These unexpected events can be stressful and costly. Here's where your emergency fund comes in. Think of your emergency fund as a financial safety net. It's money you've set aside that's readily available for those unexpected life events. From sudden job loss, significant medical expenses, or urgent car repairs, your emergency fund is there to cushion the blow. Now, building an emergency fund may seem daunting, especially if you're starting from zero. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Start small. Even setting aside a small percentage of your income each month can make a big difference over time. Prioritize this in your budget, and you'll be surprised how quickly it can grow. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. Let's not forget about our long-term savings goals. We've talked about setting aside money for emergencies and day-to-day expenses. But what about those bigger goals? Maybe you're dreaming of owning a home, or perhaps you're focused on ensuring a comfortable retirement. These goals may seem far off, but they require deliberate planning and consistent saving. Think of your budget as a map and these goals as your destinations. You're setting aside money each month, not just for your immediate needs, but also for these distant but significant milestones. Consider your budget as a tool that helps you prioritize these long-term goals. Yes, they might seem overwhelming, but remember, every grand journey starts with a single step. Consistent monthly contributions to your long-term savings can propel you towards your dreams. Consistency is the key to achieving your long-term financial goals. So, let's keep our eyes on the prize and continue our journey towards financial mastery. Let's recap the key steps to crafting a bulletproof budget. First, understand your financial landscape. Set achievable financial goals. Craft your personal budget with a nod to the 50-30-20 rule. Regularly monitor and adjust your budget. Find ways to reduce expenses. Remember to build an emergency fund for unexpected expenses. And finally, set aside funds for long-term savings goals. Start applying these steps today and master your money. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment with your budgeting successes or questions. Until next time, Stay financially savvy.